Hello, Knowles. I'm your voice, your friend, your narrator from nowhere. I'm your Drake Knowles, signing in front of one. How's it going, guys, girls, and everything in between? Welcome back to the most. Welcome back to my stream, where today, of all days, I am deciding to play Slay the Princess. If you are unfamiliar with what's, if you're unfamiliar with what Slay the Princess is, you are in for a fun time. And no, this is not a rape fetish or anything. It is straight up. It's like actually a horror game. Scary, spoopy. I'm in call with my friends on Discord. Let's get into it. Hold up. I am now live. Okay. Playing Slay the Princess. Whatever horrors you may find, these dark spaces have a heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. Remember, this is a love story. Listen, yeah, here we go. I find them because I watch YouTube. New game. Alright, the chapter. I mean chapter.
You're on a path in the woods.
Shut up! Shut up!
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
What the? You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. I don't know. Have you considered with the? Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Uh,
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
maybe I am game. Uh, get it? I'm not doing this.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
I guess.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Are we?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Alright, enlighten me, narrator boy.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Motherfucker. Motherfucker, what do you mean? Semantics is the only way to talk about anything, ever. Don't you agree, Neb? You can only argue semantics, right? I'm not crazy. Alright. Anyway. I really don't want to... I think I aren't gonna engage with this now. Just leave call. Ciao. Alright, hold up. Yeah. Whatever. I'm gonna go streaming on my server. Also, if you guys want to... I know this is like a really shitty segue. And now I'm back down to one here. But this is like a really shitty segue. But I am going to... But if you want to, you can join my Discord server. And yeah, that's all I can really say. Join Discord. Click the thing down below. Whatever. Alright. I will be sharing. I will be on my Discord throughout this. Sorry. Anyway.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay. So. I'm pretty sure it's tracking literally everything I say, right? So. I don't know. I'm gonna go auto.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Come on. Why do I? Whatever. I'll continue to the cabin.
You
Otherwise,
make your
the
way
story
up the
isn't gonna
short
happen.
path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Okay.
A warning, before you go any further.
The game's already very pretty.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
That's me!
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't know, man. I'm trusting the hero here. And if you trust the hero, make sure you drop a
The
follow.
interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Oh
The
God.
air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Alright, I'm gonna try to avoid killing the princess right now. Just gonna enter the basement and say, hi, how's it going? The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in them below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood.
Ooh, nice.
If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
100%.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Oh, I wouldn't forget about you, BBG. Fucking hell.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Exactly.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains? Okay. I don't see what that has to do with anything.
I'm just concerned about you, right?
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
Fuck off.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Yeah.
Is princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Oh. Yeah, is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Alright.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
I know, right?
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Like the audio cues right now. Like the music in my headset. I don't know if you guys are hearing it, but it's like it's really atmospheric. And it's low key, kind of just pulling me into this experience so much. You're apparently supposed to end the world. I don't know anything about you. I know I don't want to go with that option. But I think I think the game is gonna force me to, right?
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Really don't want to.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her? She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
Oh no.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Let's see the arm.
As you step towards the severed limb, you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor, then loud and desperate against the stairs. You turn to chase after the princess, but she's fast and has too much of a lead. She slams the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stairs. The lock clicks into place.
Yep.
No.
Fuck.
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I can't trust you to let me stay free.
With those parting words, the princess walks away,
Fuck.
her quiet footsteps eventually fading as she leaves you and the cabin to rot. You're stuck here, alone. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. You don't know how much time passes before the end, but eventually it comes. The world ends, and you end with it.
Yeah. The witch?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. I can assure you that you're not dead.
I did
And to
though!
answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that as well. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to
Oh,
our
what
chest.
the hell?
Make sure we
The
can
voice of
trust
the
him.
opportunist.
You know I can hear you, right? It's a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
What the hell?
Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog.
Yeah.
To say we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Let's go proceed with the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from
I don't
slaying
want to slay her.
Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
This is the end of the cabin. This is so good already.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Going to approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's
There
open.
is!
There
I'm
isn't much
looking
to
at
see
it, bitch!
here.
There is clearly a
What are
mirror.
you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against
Oh
the
no!
cabinet. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
What the fuck? Enter the
No
basement.
blade. I hope you know what you're getting us into. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Oh god, I love the opportunity. He's so right. Let's talk to the princess.
The door to the
first.
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and
Holy
wet,
shit.
as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Said that last time.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
I'm
But
not
you
nasty.
are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole
I
situation.
agree.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we
Agreed.
want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
We need to.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
The voice actors
You
go
need to stop
crazy.
lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss.
Alright.
Thank you.
Oh fuck.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
I want nothing.
You commented back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other.
We kinda do.
Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Yes.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out?
The sarcasm is
Deductive
great.
reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it.
I love it.
So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
The artist and crazy.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
That is an exceptionally good point.
Listen, I'm here unarmed.
And you were the conniving beast that left in search of steel to slay me. Just because I won and you lost doesn't mean I'm to blame for bad blood.
Also a good point. She can't even hear you. Why are you trying to brown-nose her? I'm not brown-nosing anyone. I'm just taking a fair and balanced approach and hearing out everything that everyone has to say. If she's in the wrong, then you don't have anything to worry about.
But I must confess, this place never let me out into the world. While you were gasping your last down below, I was trying to claw and bash and break my way out. But I never did manage to be free. Until finally, I found myself here again, and you were gone. It seems that you get to come and go as you please. So you may be a bigger part of the answer to this riddle than I'd like you to be. Maybe bygones can be bygones. But you'll have to let me out first. Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
I don't want to!
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working
Oh my
together.
god!
Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together.
I
We have to trust her.
trust her!
Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time.
Boy, the hero is right.
Talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
That's right, you're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
No.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous.
Probably.
I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? Why did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder,
God
sharp
damn
and
it!
piercing. The princess clawing at
The
you,
opportunity is
pulling
this
you down
fucking
with her
morning.
full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realise that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back. We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done.
Okay. Obviously.
Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
I was trying to free you. I was trying to achievement called the frog.
The princess lets out a mocking laugh.
By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us.
God damn it!
Then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Fuck.
The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's not as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. Look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
It's not what I was going for.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Hello? Are you still there? What happens next? I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Uh-oh. Oh no!
She's gone.
What the fuck?
Where did she go?
Oh
Should we
no!
try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Oh my god.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
God damn it! Not me do this. Come on. You're first.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Got it.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
But the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. The body. It's me. What the hell? We're at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Read the print.
She is part of me, and part of me is her. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
You mean the gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is hope, marred by bitterness. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous and weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
The melody. Oh!
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Oh, fuck.
I know only that they are. Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. Everything, until we meet again. She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Oh fuck! Alright, good stream, guys. I'm dead. It's unfortunate. Oh
Your
fuck!
path
Not
is the
trusting
woods.
that's all.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Holy.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning
I don't know.
before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
1, 2.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her.
Agreed.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clack.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship. Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
She's not wrong.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully soon.
I'm going to do this shit.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you had simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut
You're
into her
screwed.
flesh.
You shouldn't be watching this right now.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
Go fuck yourself!
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body
No!
steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Fuck. Okay. Slay the princess, slay the... Warner, slay the princess, slay the princess. I don't know! These are all different options, so it makes me think that depending on what I pick, something different will happen. So if I go right...
You bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. Okay. There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
Are you serious? I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one. But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
I don't know. Should I just give up or should I slay the princess? Alright, if the knife didn't hurt her the first time, then it probably won't hurt her a second. Whatever.
Thank you. You swing your arm towards her throat, the blade singing through the air. But she's ready for it. She grabs your arm, her grip like a stone vice. You drop the blade, pathetically. She lets go, and faster than you can react, rears back and hits you with a bone-shattering haymaker. There's a ringing in your ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone where she fractured your jaw, but your body isn't allowing you to feel much right now. Adrenaline coursing through your system and numbing your nerves. You fall to your knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling arms up to defend yourself before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
You poor thing. I'll go ahead and put you out of your misery.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this, right? I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
To the tower.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that
Oh,
path
boys waiting on
is a
the wall.
cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows?
Fuck.
There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
What?
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Alright, sorry, I'm back. Back. Just chat. I left for a moment because I had food in the microwave. Oh, I fell out of the chair. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning
I don't like the
before
voice
you
of the
go
woman.
any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying.
Agreed.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here. The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
There it is.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's
Finding
a mirror.
my dream girl.
Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen. You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. Huh. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Fuck.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to do that. And yet you did. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh,
I've
I
dropped a knife
understand what's
before.
going
I'm
on,
just going
and you'd better
consistent about
snap
it.
yourself out of it.
Kneel.
On command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Yes, I will.
That gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson. You are the only one who can deal with her, and if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she? Then you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay, first things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Yeah.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her, not when the stakes are so high, not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No, no, no. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Ah!
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade. All you need to do is believe it's been done. Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Oh my god, I'm back. I don't know how long Mike has been recording. That's good, we got her. But do not take her hand. Nor will you ever.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into my reflection. Silence as you reach forward. You're God once again. The mirror always makes a move, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. Hi.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward. Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
But we're gonna get her, she's great bags.
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets. If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry. This This one is Dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you. The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence. I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
You're on a path in the woods,
Okay, so that's the
and at the end
tower.
of that path is a cabin.
I brought the
And in
tower
the
to
basement of
mommy.
that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You meant to slay the princess? Whoops, my bad. Lol, I did indeed. I did indeed purchase slay the princess. Welcome back to the slay the princess. Holy shit. Okay. We're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. Okay. I don't know. I think I'm just going to finally continue to the cabin this time. Not even gonna bother with
You
the
make your way
narrator.
up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I'm not gonna believe a
We're
word
not
you
gonna go
say,
through
my
with this,
man.
right?
You're
She's a
projecting.
princess. We're supposed
Very
to save
Bard
princesses,
moment.
not slay them.
A very Bard
Ignore
moment. What
him.
are you
He
on
doesn't know what he's
about?
talking about.
Proceed into the cabin. Glad you like the game.
The
Hopefully
interior of the
you
cabin
guys
is
can
almost
do it
entirely bare.
more.
The air is stale and musty, and the
Alright.
floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note
I love the
is a
game.
plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah. Gonna take the
You take
blade.
the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enters the basement. We're going
The
down.
door to the basement creaks open,
Let's enjoy.
revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
You know when he dives
Her
in,
voice carries
why?
up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
What the
It's
fuck?
almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this. You're so close. Don't give up. You've come this far. No, this is a good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife, and of course we can talk. Then I'm not talking to you.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Squid!
Squint even harder. So does she. At least nobody's dying right now. You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
I'm not blinking! What the fuck? Fuck. Why are you doing this game? Why do I keep squinting? Well, I'll drop the blade.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Fuck.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Okay, I think I'm going down the same path again.
Too long.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her. You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
She was just threatening us a second ago. Am I the only one here unnerved by that perfect little laugh? I'll take that as a sign that you're finally coming around to reason.
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here. I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Do you? I see. The silent treatment. You know, if you don't share with me, well, I'm not going to share with you. Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here. Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around. Are you serious? It's a good idea. We've taken some bad hits, but we've dealt some too. She has to be feeling it more than we are. Let's regroup upstairs. If we're lucky, maybe she'll just bleed out. Fine. You make a mad dash to the basement stairs, the princess's chains rattling as she tries to chase you, but pulling taut much too soon for her to catch up.
Do you really think you can just walk out of here?
She steps towards you, ignoring her chains. They creak and strain as she pulls against them until finally they break. The links clatter to the floor. Useless. She's free. Hurry. You push your broken body as she closes in and just barely manage to pass the threshold of the basement doorway before she catches up to you. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold you very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Sure about outlasting me. You're so brittle. So go ahead, rest, do whatever you think will help you be prepared. But know that I'm coming for you, and that when I find you, I will make you hurt.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lay prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time,
What
cocking
the
her head
you
in
mean?
curiosity as you feel your organs shutting
Just
down
one
one by
step.
one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well.
Oh
Wandering
god.
around the gills.
Honestly.
If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Listen.
Your lungs stop, bring breath.
Oh,
Your
fuck.
heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds.
Oh, I guess it's dead.
Let's save our luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
Maybe.
It can't be.
Not
This
wrong.
can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is.
I don't trust your narrative, man.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, chapter 2, The Nightmare. Fuck.
You're on a path in the woods,
What have I done?
and at the end of the path is a cabin.
This playthrough
And in the
fucking
basement
broken.
of that cabin is a
Did
princess.
I ruin it?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Nah. I think you're
If he doesn't
tripping.
remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh. What if he hears us?
Fuck, I got paranoid.
Good question, little voice.
I have
What if
paranoia.
he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save after all.
Oh man.
We go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world.
I don't wanna.
So let's just agree to disagree. Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this
Yeah,
really
tell her.
is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Yo.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. Oh, we listened to you all right. Worst decision of our incredibly short life. We tried to slay her, we really did, but she was gonna kill us. It was either lock her in the basement or let her finish beating us to death. Well then, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us? Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't. Anyways, I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Oh, I know they did.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. Sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working. And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us? I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who can. Just be quick about it.
We need to talk about the princess, right? So, I have currently gotten the witch and the titan as vessels for her. What the fuck am I gonna do with this? Right, I'm currently on the nightmare. Just being around her, in the end, shut down all my organs. What the hell am I supposed to do about that? Fair question. So, we already know that. What the fuck's the narrator gonna tell us? Just don't. And if I'm trying to make her a person, like a proper person, then I don't know. Difficult to say. I'm just gonna, I don't know. Quote to you from last time. She's just a princess. How can you possibly justify saying that? She's clearly something far, far worse.
She
As it goes.
is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
Who locked her in the
People
basement?
locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
I'm pissing off the DM. Hey, if Airwolf is still in chat, this you? This you?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail will just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Alright. Okay, boss.
If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her?
Exactly.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word. He isn't telling us everything he knows because he doesn't trust us, which means that we can't trust him. Stop talking yourself in neurotic circles and just get to the cabin already. No, you should do anything but that. We know what's waiting for us in that basement.
This is insane. Uh-oh, the nightmare is crazy. Good luck. Oh, really? Am I fucked? I kind of fucked. And welcome to the stream. Also, thank you for dropping the follow. Much appreciated. But the princess? The princess is slain. I have the tower given. The nightmare is on board. Okay. I think I'm just gonna keep talking myself in circles because it's funny. No, why couldn't they slay her? Just being around her. Okay, I'll say that's
Great.
all.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
I think it's already in ruin. I'm gonna be honest. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat,
And she will do
everything
everything in her power to stop you from slaying
her.
her. Don't
Don't
believe a word she says.
I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust
anyone. Oh fuck! Is this me? This is for real. Trust anyone. Everyone's watching us. Let's see what what the nightmare looks like now.
The interior of the cabin is plain. The smooth wood of the walls almost featureless.
Oh fuck.
The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
Okay.
The blade is your implement.
Alright.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Fuck it. No blade.
What happened to the door? There was a door here last time.
Hey, there's a mirror!
Empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
I can. It's hot. I mean, what?
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together.
Okay.
The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in.
No task awaits.
Your task
The only
awaits.
it's
Only
all
you
you
can
can
do
do.
it.
Fuck, I'm having a stroke. Okay. Come to the
Walk
mirror.
up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much
Hi.
to see here.
I don't want to give you to me. I don't want to give her to
What are
you.
you talking about?
I don't think I
isn't
like
a
this
wall.
one.
It's a
They're like
mirror.
a way out of this.
Or at least it'll be a mirror once
Yo,
we wipe
the
off
eyes
that layer
outside
of
the
grime.
windows. Yeah, everyone is watching us. There are their eyes in
Reach
there,
forward
but
and
they
rub
aren't.
your hand against the cabin. I hope you know how ridiculous.
Eyes are piercing through me. I'm looking directly back
Did
at
he
them.
make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Okay, so this is the nightmare. This whole cabin, different than I remember it being. Take the blade. I don't know. The thing is with this game, anything could work, or anything could not work. And I refuse to look anything further up. There we go. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, I just need to update the tag a little bit. Ah. So what is the play? This whole cabin is different than I remember it being. Ah, I don't know. I think the paranoid voice is getting to me. Oh shit! There are actually eyes outside the window. Holy shit! That's such a cool detail! Holy fuck. Holy shit! You're not wrong. Take the blade low. Alright. I'm gonna let you take the wheel, man.
You reach down and pick the blade
I don't
up
want
off
to,
the
but I
floor.
will.
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I don't want to slay the princess. I want to marry the princess.
Good.
Oh shit!
Steel.
She's
can't
over there
lie to
too.
us.
Princess, holy hell. Good. You can't lie to us. I need to turn
Is it
auto on.
gonna be enough then? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
I want to blow him up.
Blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself.
If she can stop your organs, I mean.
Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
I mean, yeah. Might as well try and even the field. Yeah, this whole cabin's different.
Very
What's up, Dark?
different.
What's up with that?
I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died. You certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
I don't know, man.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Focus up. Alright. I'm focusing up. I will focus up.
You cross over the threshold and
Well,
onto a series of isolated steps.
here we
suspended
go.
in
We're going to hell, boys.
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
Oh yeah, now they're
Yeah,
clearly
seeping up
eyes.
from below
They're
reminds you
blinking.
of fresh lightning and
They are
static.
blinking.
As if you're
That is
descending into a
insane.
place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
You can't just say that. You said that every
Her
time.
cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
Oh no.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Here we go.
need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
Narrator is sus, 100%. Narrator is being hella sus. More eyes. There are more eyes. I actually see them now because I'm looking. Oh fuck. Okay. We need a plan. I'm just going to kill her, Mr. Narrator. Seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now. Okay, so that's like me agreeing with the narrator. I'm going to talk to her. That's what I would do personally. I'd be like, hey, listen. We're gonna step off into the void between the stairs. Honestly, that sounds like an interesting idea. And I might just do that. Jump off. Oh. Fuck it. You convinced me. Whee!
Attempts to step off the stairs,
Damn
with
it!
the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force.
God damn it.
Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I thought I would become God. I don't fucking know. It just seemed like it would be interesting. I was
Congratulations, you really lucked out.
I
All the
was
things that could have happened from
curious.
stepping into a void, that is quite possibly the best outcome you could have got.
100%. I was just curious, man.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you
Oh.
emerge, you find
Ooh.
yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks,
Okay, is it
suspended
me?
in nothingness. A sm-
Alright, shut up for a moment. Is it just me? Right? Or is there like a film grain texture on the background now? I could be wrong. You think you can raise up the princess? Oh, I have a feeling I can. My
She could be
stupidity can
anywhere,
do a
and
lot of
there's
funny
nowhere
things.
for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is?
Just turn on the charm!
No,
You'll
I'm
get
not.
there eventually.
Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement.
Yeah, it's clearly not, but you know.
We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
Oh, the paranoid.
Please stop
Yeah,
saying that.
the paranoid
Only
and the
going to make
broken would
things
get along
worse.
really nicely.
Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna go right. Fuck it.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I
Oh,
told
fuck.
you I was going to find you.
I.
As it approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it.
Brought your little knife with you again.
Holy
There
shit!
has to be a way out of this. Think. What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Holy shit.
Loud as your blood begins to coagulate.
Fuck.
It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver,
It does.
you pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes
Oh, hi! I'm still alive! Holy shit!
I'm begging. Do you want this body to function? Or the experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death.
Paranoid's pulling my ass
whatever you
out.
were doing, please just stop again.
Yeah. Pull me out here! Get up.
Are you sure that's what you do? You want to interrupt me some more?
I'm sorry!
Have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart,
Shut my mouth.
liver. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
Oh my god.
She isn't attacking us.
Doesn't have
The
to!
why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose your mission.
I don't believe it. It's the
Still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
holy shit. Like my mouse is actually my mouse is not big. Just be like going schizo. Probably a little bit of both. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the paranoid is just constantly speaking in my voice right now. Paranoid coming in clutch. Yeah, the paranoid is coming in clutch. He is pulling our ass out of the void.
Testing exactly what I want. Somebody's ahead of the curve.
Oh, fun.
You suffocated, but that stupid cat wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out, and then you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too.
We're together!
I don't think I can live without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one little creature forever. I want to leave.
I want you to leave too. I just farted at that. Okay. Why won't you finish me off? If you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me? Why did you fucking try to stab her? I was here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave. If I let you out, what then? Do we just separate ways? Curious. Okay. If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organs shutting down situation?
I am. It's not my fault that you can't be around me.
Fuck. Gun, slay the princess. Now we're tossing the blade.
Serious? You fling the blade into the void, denying yourself the opportunity to ever slay and finish your mission.
My mission is to raise her up.
Yeah, but maybe it's for the best.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Damn.
Let me out.
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much. I can't keep going. You can't keep going? Well, what are you talking about?
Doesn't respond. Motherfucker.
Oops, I think I broke you.
No, I'm still
I'll see
here.
you soon. You'll know what to do.
You live on. Holy shit. With clarity? What the fuck did I do?
You're on a path in the... Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
Fuck?
There was a princess, I think. It's all
What the
so
hell? Yeah,
fuzzy.
everything
It hurts
is
when
going
I try to
shit
remember.
crazy. I don't know what I'm doing.
Think
Oh, I have the voice of the broken again.
trying
Fuck.
to save the world. You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you? I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out.
You're what the fuck?
That's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her.
I'm not even gonna go in with a knife, honestly. It
Slay.
did shit.
We decided not to do that.
I could have tried to slay her, but I wouldn't have done anything. I don't
We're
think
supposed
so.
to let her out. It's really the only way this works out.
Listen to the
for us.
opportunist!
Think about it. She's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything. No, we were supposed to
Was
keep her
it
trapped
still
there
running?
forever. I think. We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to stop
Why?
feeling? Not when there's so much fear everywhere.
What the fuck am I doing?
There's
This is so
nothing
cool.
for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set her
Agreed. The voice of the
free. Can we
spit.
love something that hates us? Can we love something that
Yeah,
hurts
I
us?
mean,
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love. Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us.
what have I done?
This
to
is bad.
game?
You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
I guess all of them? That's a good question. How many times have you all been here?
Many, many times.
You just talk to voices in my head.
But it also feels
I'm
like
going
we've
schizo.
barely been here at all. It doesn't matter. Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
Oh my god. But that doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this, and some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decision? The game is becoming aware that I'm playing it. You have all the voices somehow. Proceed to the cabin. We're gonna proceed to the cabin. Fuck
You
it.
slowly make your way through the umbral
Her
forest,
RZR up.
bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it. He always lies.
There's the mirror!
Always makes it gone. It's exhausting. We must be such a mess, but we never get the chance to fix ourselves. That
I agree with
mocking us.
Smitten, damn it.
Stay focused.
We need to look nice and
Still
pretty
have a
for our
job to do, and it's
girlfriend.
best not to be distracted by frayed thoughts.
Holy
There
fuck.
is no mirror. You know that as well as I do.
No, there is though.
She's still here, buried deep inside the earth.
Yo, if
Just
chapter 2
walk up
was
the hill.
that, I don't know if you can RZR
Always
up.
space to the others.
I mean,
It's why you
listen,
always
right?
lose.
Listen, right? There's gotta be a way. I'll find the out. When I play Yu-Gi-Oh, man, I can find an out to anything. No matter how stupid. What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard? Let's approach the mirror. Let's
They've been
explore.
hurt too much. It's why they are the way they are.
That's why they are the way they are.
Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving.
I was trying
Or you could
to
just
get
give
my
up.
friends to pop in call. I was trying to get my friends to pop in call with this because I know, because I've seen like a little bit of this game. I bet you use hand traps anyway. I wouldn't take that. We love hand traps here. But no, listen, I play hand traps. We could get along. I'm sure of it. Let's approach the mirror.
You
I was
walk
trying
up
to get
the
my
hill,
friends to get involved in
hesitating
this, but
just
they were like,
beyond the
nah,
bounds
bro.
of the cabin.
Here's beyond the bounds of the cabin. Let's
The
go.
cabin that isn't there.
It is always there.
You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it.
Agreed. For the
Smash it to pieces.
Go fuck yourself.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only
Where is
way
the other side?
free.
It's the only way we can have our
Where's the
girls
other
back.
side is the question. I couldn't fucking tell
Just
you.
go around it.
Just go around them, you.
Just
No.
do something. It doesn't matter what.
Fuck.
Exactly. I'm sure that
was,
whatever you
like,
settle,
actually
it'll be
having-
the
I'm
best
having a
possible
blast,
decision
man.
you could have made.
I don't know if this is just like existential horror setting in, but it's so funny. You gotta eventually your life. Who is the effects trailer my life?
Proceed.
It's chill.
Proceed to where?
I'm a vanilla.
I'm
You
afraid you're
can't
going
do
to have
that
to be a
shit.
little more specific. That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them.
I
It
don't.
already has worked. It's gone, don't you see?
We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure therein. Wrong and unsettling as it may be. The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way forward.
Oh, you take the blade. You have to take the blade. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Because like these are the same option, no? Alright. I don't know. This is like really. This just depends. You have to take the blade. Take the blade. I'm gonna say you have to take the blade. I mean, kind of like what started this whole
Reach
clusterfuck.
down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth.
Here, guys. Bye bye.
You lean
Don't
over the
need it.
hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep.
Let's jump in.
The bowels of the earth.
Oh, there she
You
is.
see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread. It's her.
Hi.
She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
I didn't do it. I
Every
grabbed the
word
weapon.
she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
Joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
Closer.
Go
I
hard.
was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could model
Closer.
watching over him forever. That was so brave.
Closer.
But forever is oh so long. And time erodes everything. Except me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. Take me away and let me out. It'll be so much fun, you and me, together, in the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, no such as me, but you get to be there too. A trinket that gets to stay with me all the time, right by my side. A witness. Oh, I can even make you a little cage if you want, gilded and everything.
Oh my god.
Now don't pose. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
I don't want to be an
What are we
object.
supposed to do? Took our weapon.
really was a lost cause, wasn't it? You sealed our fate when you refused to kill her. Kill or be killed.
3 arms to hold 15
Yes,
cards.
I suppose you're right. Oh well. There's no paralysis anymore.
She's a cheater. I
So
mean,
you've already given
yeah.
her what she wants.
she has her whole deck in hand. Let's stick her in. You're just an object. You're just an object. Cool. You once were something else a long time ago. But was that something new, or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There is nothing other. There is no other ending here. Go back to my quick load. Oh fuck no, it's only one save, right? Shouldn't have clicked save there. Fuck. Whatever.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
Oh, here come the hands.
Why is it so cold?
Oh fuck. I didn't want to give them the nightmare, but they have the nightmare! Or the clarity.
She's gone.
Oh?
Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back.
Yeah!
What does that mean for us?
I don't know.
I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here.
Constructed an eldritch abomination.
Finally, we can smash it.
Oh, will you stop with the smashing?
No choice, though.
What do we say, boys?
Avoid
One
glide.
last vain
Rah.
attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah, I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left.
The void is coming in clutch, as always. Hide you their ass. Approach the mirror. Hi, do. Step towards the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden. Its mysteries remain unsolved. I don't even know what the fuck I'm
Something tells
fuck
me
this
that
gonna
this
do.
is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready.
Alright,
It
put me in.
feels okay. The fear's gone.
Oh, the
I'm
paranoid.
done fighting. My
Uh-oh.
heart feels quiet.
No!
The game was always going to end.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep. I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
Why does he sound like Kowalski from Madagascar? From Penguins of Madagascar. Let's get into my reflection, huh? Silence as you reach forward. You're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Oh. Okay. You withered. Ah, I think I'm withered. Find yourself into the long quiet once again. See to the cabin? Oh, you are at the cabin. There she is. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of
Trying to
evolved
talk to
shift
the
them
hands.
into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Listen, man. You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. Nothing exists anymore. Doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? What do you think of this vessel? What do you think of this vessel?
This one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to hurt. She will make for a tender heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home. We will know when we near our destination.
Attack the entity to destroy your body. There you go,
I
bud.
will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
And you die! Whee! With a dramatic crash through the window. The hero and the prince.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
She's gonna make one hell of a
If you
megalith
don't,
that
it will be the end of the world.
megalith deck is going to go crazy. Okay.
While
Fair
I
say that.
appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Finally continue to the
You
cabin.
make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Agreed.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I think he does. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to proceed into the cabin. God, those footsteps, like the sound effects have changed.
The interior of the cabin
Oh
is
hey,
almost
no
entirely
eyes
bare.
this time.
The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in fine
No
layer
eyes
of
this time. Let's
dust.
go.
The only furniture of note is a plain
What have you
wooden table.
done already?
Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
I've done
The blade is your implement. You'll need
I've done the tower, the witch, and now the clarity. This is the fourth vessel. Okay. Enter the basement. No blade. Oh, look, Mom, no hands.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Okay, there's so much more. I shall stay silent though. Okay. That's not a lie. Hi. I'm here to save
How many
you.
times do I have to tell you? Dangerous. Letting her out
I'm
of
here
here
to
before
save
it
you.
finally sinks in.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Oh.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Honestly,
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
I didn't. I
Don't do it.
really didn't.
If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
See what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Fuck off. This is where I resurrect.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains
I don't-
somewhere in the cabin.
Honestly, I think the tower was probably the most. Fuck. The clarity was interesting as hell. Like, I really enjoyed getting the clarity. But the tower was like a really good one. Like, I just enjoyed that. I did. I think the tower might be my favorite, but I am aware that there is one. And as I said that, I lost the viewer. They're like, oh fuck, this dude likes the tower? Nah, I'm outie. Oh. Really, all seriousness. Alright, let's quick save it.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Hey, she's not a psychopath
You
this
attempt to
time.
make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs
Motherfucker.
shut.
There's
You
always
hear the
happens.
click of a lock sliding into place.
I always try and read her and I always get punished.
Is someone else here? Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Oh, your Patrish turns into an Oni combo deck, man. I might have to try and get that ending. Or a path at least. You should try to get it. Lol. If I'm gonna attempt that, I'll need like the wiki most definitely. No, we're gonna return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
It's always locked.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Ah, it's just me and her.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
There's a slight panic rising in the
I
princess's
can tell.
voice.
The voice actor did an amazing fucking job.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
If you're screaming, look away.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs.
What?
I'm not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
The fuck?
Or we could use it to free her.
Deus Ex Machina.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Deus Ex fucking Machina. Now I can save the princess.
Fine.
Save the princess!
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm.
Oh.
A yielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Yeah,
The blade
I
is
get
sharp,
it now.
and
Oh
it
my
takes
God.
little effort to
What
crack
is
the
she
bone of
doing?
her arm.
She's hungry, okay?
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Let's
She
go.
didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
Now we're free.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
She's perfect.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Reach the locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises.
I couldn't kill her even if I wanted to. Deus Ex Machina
Wait.
happened.
This isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
I can't click slay the princess. Warn her!
Stop that.
I'm doing it!
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have
I don't
to
want to
do
do
this,
this!
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
This is what happened when I got the... Wait, more of that. I will
The
resist.
blade! Move the blade!
Fuck no.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
You're not wrong.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What
I'm saving her!
doing?
I'm saving her!
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her
She's
sake.
gonna suffer until you elevate her.
Don't you start pretending
Yeah,
that
she's
dying
gonna
a
kill
painful
me.
death is some sort
But
of
nicely.
heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed
Oh, fuck
everyone.
off.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again
Oh my
and
God.
again.
This time I can save the
Every
princess.
inch, burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh no! No!
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
Why can't do this. It's okay. I saved myself from you.
With one last
I
thrust
saved
of the
myself
knife,
from the narrator.
your legs
No
give out
knife.
beneath you. You collapse to the
I
floor,
do what I
your
want.
blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice.
Yeah.
It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Damsel. Let's go.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us.
Let's go!
If we're going to save our beloved,
Your
we'll have
voice
to
on
be
the
sneaky about
spitting!
it.
I love the spitting, bro.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Let's go.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
I would, damn it!
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
The hopeless romantic with Indri is fucking loving this, bro. Let's see what telling the truth. Oh, okay, now we're just gonna proceed to the cabin. Don't tell us.
A warning.
Voice of the
Before you
simp?
go any further, she will lie,
Not the voice
she
of
will
the simp.
cheat, and she will do
She
everything
he
in her
is the
power to
hopeless
stop you
romantic
from
in this
slaying her.
game, damn it.
Don't believe a word she says.
I love it.
We already told
My
you
little
we're not
idiot,
playing along with
my
your
little
little
idiot
game.
self just can't
It's
help
your
but love it.
lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Alright.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Going to go into the cabin. We're going to meet alive. We're at moment.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a
Hey, it's the
pristine
mirror.
blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's the mirror!
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Agreed. I'm with the smitten on this one. Enter the basement. No knives. We don't need them.
The door to the basement creeps
Oh, there's
in,
animation now.
revealing an intricate gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in
Pretty.
the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her
Yes.
voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but
My
you've
boy!
a little too you barely even know the princess. You can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Nah.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Nah, no shot.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero.
Oh my god, I love it.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
It's just the truth. We'll save. What?
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
We have a
That's
girlfriend.
right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want
Gotta
to
rescue her, man.
rescue her?
It's like
We
the
never
wife
saw a
attack.
world
She got
end.
to.
And now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've
It's like this, right? A sign that says, "Do not kill." No, it says, "Kill the princess." That sign can't stop me because I can't read. That's exactly what is going on here, and I'm all for it.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Yeah, saving the princess. That's what the game's called, right? Save the princess?
You died, and now we're talking. I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Bet. It's gonna happen now.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's
It
weird?
could be your angle or your devil.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Why should I have? Oh, it's Slayer.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Probably hear this.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Let's go!
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
It does feel like
That's because she's perfect.
it does. It is kind of like
You think
sickeningly
she
sweet.
has someone like him telling her what to do. She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Except me.
I think he's right. Because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Oh.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Exactly. You can't
Not on
just
my watch,
materialize one.
villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't.
Bet.
I would.
You don't understand.
Honest
She
to
said
God,
my
there's
name.
lots
That
of
was
strong
me she
feelings,
talked to when I
and doesn't the
donated.
world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh my god.
The princess jumps up and smothers
Usually
you with a
princess.
joyful
Ah,
embrace.
plots.
It
It is the Disney princess plot.
Would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved.
Oh,
Luckily for Mr. Romance,
we did it,
don't have a
boys.
weapon.
We got the girl.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Oh fuck.
What do we do now?
Well,
That sounds perfect.
we leave.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world
Yes.
slipping through your fingers as they intertwine.
It
with
doesn't
yours.
matter. We have the power of
We
love on
have
our
each
side.
other. We don't need the world for our
He's
happy
actually saying
ending.
that. I said that
Actually.
ironically.
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made, and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it.
Oh
Moping
my
is the
god.
only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Yeah, what happened?
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Indeed
She's
we are.
right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Oh Oh
you
my
listening to
fucking
this?
God.
You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm listening to him, man. He's spitting logic.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Agreed. What's the heroes right here? We can open it together.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. And lock clicks and the door.
Teenagers in love!
Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable.
Yeah, the
You
hands
and
will
the
take her
princess make your
eventually.
way upstairs, and the blade. That's right. There's still a chance of you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
No, look. You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of world and make me suffer. I hate you.
That's the way
Go
out.
fuck yourself.
We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
The narrator is saving us. Well, not the narrator.
Yes, I suppose
it's
you
the
are going to do
smitten
that,
that's
aren't
saving
you?
us now.
You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
Rent a cage.
A happy
The level
ending
sets
at
you
last.
free. I just got that achievement.
We did it. What should
What
we
can
do
we do
now?
now?
Where did everything go?
Oh, the hands got her.
Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Oh, quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Oh. There she goes. We fed her to the hands. But you don't get a chance to make that jacket. Nor will you ever. Time for you to leave. Memories
She's
of
gone.
friends.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a mirror? Why is
Is
it
the
here?
recording audio?
Why
for us?
now?
Doesn't nobody was streaming? This is the end for you, but not for me! This is so disingenuous. I'm just gonna approach the mirror. Tap. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. You've unraveled. I guess we've unraveled. Woo! You find yourselves in a long silence. Proceed to the cabin. There she is. You are at the cabin now. Approach the girl. You got to kiss the girl. Hey.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
It's not a rhetorical question. Do you know? Do you want me to tell you? There's trees and stars, and there are people. I think at least there are supposed to be people. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. They tell me weird things. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have the narrator?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Maybe. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. cusp of yours.
Wha- The music is like really ethereal and pretty. Holy shit. Why did it go this hard?
One, whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Okay. Is this the last stage before your completion? No, I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here forever if I have to.
You have already chosen to walk along this path, and we both know you will see it to completion. But if you need more time, then I will wait with you.
There is no waiting forever. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Alright. Oh, fuck! The music is broken up by me jumping out a fucking window. Here it is!
You're on a path
Alright, hold up.
in the woods.
Should I tell you how to get the
And at the end
furry
of that
ending? It's
path
my
is
fave.
a cabin.
Please, let me tell you how to
And in
get
the
it.
basement of that cabin
Sure.
is a princess.
I'll let you take the wheel.
You're here to slay her.
I'll let
If
you
you
take the
don't,
wheel.
It will be the end of the world.
Not the Fury, not furry. So, okay. Yeah, I'll let you take the wheel. So, go ahead. Oh wait, no! Fury? Is that the fucking Satan girl? Because I haven't seen that in the trailer. Just get this straight. Just to get that straight. Okay. No. Oh, okay. Alright. That's... So, I should just silently continue to the cabin? Or should I go all Viva la Revolution? Revolution. Okay. There's an cabin. Go to cabin, take knife.
You make your way
On
up
it.
the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through
I
with
don't
this,
know.
right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Agreed.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He's into the cabin. Let's go.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Here's the
The
knife.
air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather
Alright.
difficult to slay the princess
sealed
and
my
save
fate.
the world without it.
Now we enter the basement. Okay,
The
Nemesis.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
Alright.
This is an oppressive place.
Alright, I can
The
do
air
that.
feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Okay. Let's continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare.
Watch me.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Whatever you say, man.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Agreed. I just say, okay, we've talked enough. For the rest.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here. Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Oh, fuck, my foot's asleep.
A moment of
I
distraction
hate
and
that.
hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Oh, no more jaw. Damn, I really liked it.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer.
On me.
You can feel
sorry.
bone grinding on bone where your jaw's been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around. You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel those ruptured organs bouncing around in there?
Oh no, I get it.
If the
I'm
princess
just.
doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time.
Boom.
You feel your ribs break as she
Right
delivers
between
a
the
heavy
boobs.
blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward, sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder. Do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Damn. Alright.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
The
And in the
adversary.
basement of that cabin is a princess.
Is the
You're
Fury
here to
Stage
slay
2
her.
or is
If you
the
don't,
adversary just.
it will be the end of the world.
Where's the adversary? Oh, the Fury. Alright, got it. I know what to do from here.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all.
Hey, what's the
It
stubborn?
matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight. Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstance the princess is capable of lying in. It was
Well,
to
it
give
sure
you
seems
some
like it.
broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
No.
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Proceed to the cabin.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to
Hey,
forcefully
there's a
direct you
mirror!
towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Always got to, it's ritual.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
By
I
ritual
hope you know
stuff.
how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago.
Oh,
Now it's
damn.
gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Damn, I have to fire. Alright, fine, I'll take the
from
blade.
altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Once
Her
again,
fierce voice
can't just keep
carries up the
saying that.
stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time.
You
Her
outed
voice
yourself.
is a little deeper, almost threatening.
No shame. But all I'm saying is you outed yourself a little bit.
Sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your
It's
bloodlust
all
get to
good.
your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Mommy, sorry.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces. What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Alright, fine. If you're not going to address it, I will. What? You've already met the princess has already met you. The two of you killed each other. Did you think you'd be able to just openly talk about all that without me noticing? Maybe. You did seem to just gloss over the whole thing for a while. Of course I glossed over it. When a colleague says something insane, glossing over it is one of the best ways to stay focused and keep moving forward. But enough is enough. I believe you. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember. Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Just reading that. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never died. Do you see how alive I am right now? When someone as alive as me already have died, I don't think so. Like, that's just so fucking... Oh, that's so silly. That is so fucking silly.
Don't try to lie to me. Just please take this seriously. Agreed. We can't win unless you treat this fight with the gravity it deserves.
Alright, I'm talking about this.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count. Oh, we'll make it count, all right. As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. She's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor.
Oh, fuck.
You hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through. Don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her. You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last. dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her. She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
How disappointing.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and
Yeah.
you die.
I've gotten poked.
You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there. Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died.
What the fuck
because
have I
we
done?
didn't have enough of it. So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone.
I
Yourself.
think I've turned this into
Are you not challenging us
to a
on
different
the
kind of thing.
looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. Then what is going on? What's going on is that you'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here.
Alright.
And if you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen.
Okay, what's your point?
It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason.
I'm capable of reason, hero!
We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other.
I don't trust
I
you.
don't
'Cause I don't trust
Unfortunately,
anyone.
You have an entire trip through the woods to reconsider that.
We're going on a
There's nothing to
jolly old
reconsider. We're all for violence
expedition.
here. Are we? I haven't signed off on anything yet. Violence is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. You can't let her leave the cabin.
I don't know, man.
It's like I said, all just circles. Instinct tells me we need space, and I trust instinct. Nothing else to say. Not for me.
Alright. We're going to just proceed to the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. Hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind. I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis. Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us. Something to chase.
Proceeding to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight. More of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall. A pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. See, we have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there. Take it! We can try to survive without our steel claw, but you've marked us as easy prey. You step forward and approach the door to the basement,
What?
hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You do see it, right? All we see is a damned mirror. This really is just like last time. It smells of nothing, yet it's still there. You reach forward and drag your hand
Oh,
across
fuck.
the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters.
I should have grabbed the weapon! Fuck.
Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Once again, fuck off.
Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her, rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes. You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember, every crack and crevice will need to be faster than her. You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you
Booba.
from the darkness. Her face droops.
There you are. But this time you don't even have that little knife. Do you think this is a joke? Do you need me to break those fragile bones again to remind you how serious this is?
She's bubbling, hot with rage. We can't get close if we want to live. We'll be able to draw her out of here. She's hungry for us. I know I said this earlier, but I really have to stress how thin of a razor's edge you're on right now. We know. The only way out is through the eye of the needle. And we're going to win. We'll need the steel claw. Grab it as we leave. Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Run. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight,
Holy
but once
shit.
within your grasp,
Better run out, lol.
infinitely distant.
No, really. I was considering just kind of
What
risk
is
it
all
up
of this
now.
for? What's the point? You
I've
and
already
I are
risked
always
it.
going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same?
Steel claw, now.
Pick the blade.
Without missing a step, you grab the blade from the altar.
So you do want to fight me? Good.
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us. Your stomach hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door.
Holy shit!
You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me. Show me that you can work all the room you've taken up in my head.
Do it.
Holy hell!
Be swift, strike true, be as she's not. Let your body move you.
Okay.
You leap from the grass and bound towards the princess, keeping low.
Charging me head on. Brave and foolish.
That's my kind of man!
Her body braces for
Holy
impact,
shit.
anticipating the clash. That's where you're both wrong. Left now. As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly. Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch.
Yes, it could be worse.
And you manage to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned. We're actually gonna pull this off, aren't we? You just might. But don't let it get to your head.
Not until it's over. Holy shit.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed.
Oh my god.
This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
Holy shit!
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring
Holy
from wounds,
shit, this is
splattering
actually
at her
kind of
feet,
intense.
leaving her weak and unsteady. More! Keep going, we can't stop now! You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground. Nothing! These blows are nothing to us! But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of
Holy-
blood as she gasps for breath.
And the boobs. Right there.
You've outplayed me, haven't you?
Indeed.
Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens?
Oh no, it's the hands. Well, I got her. I absorbed her. Good enemy to win.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we
That's
try
half
and
low.
find her? And there's that mirror again.
Better
Why
run
is it
out
here?
low.
Why now?
Look you go, epic run. Best path. Is it? Is this the best path? I don't know. Anyway, approach the mirror. Whee! Approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Look me in the eyes and tell me that I won't back down. I guess you're gonna confused with somebody else. If I won't back down. Oh my god. That song was playing in my head the entire ass time. I'm surprised it just now happened. Like nothing at all. Oh damn. Big Sag. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refuse. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection.
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image, the glass into. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into giant shards of broken glass. Oh fuck. Actually, like, really trippy. I have so many questions for you.
Make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
I'm streaming. I'm streaming Slay the Princess. On Twitch. It's not actually. I had a death fight. I had a death battle with a demon bitch. It was really entertaining. It was a bro. You don't need the narrator anymore. Alright, fine. I'll just. Oh, what are you on about, John? What isn't okay? Oh, well, it's okay because it's not a real woman. Exactly. I'm not a real woman. I'm a man, bro. I don't know what you're trying to get on of. What you're on about, John? My God, dude! I literally had a demon fight in a visual novel. It's hilarious. What? Okay. Okay. I mean, listen, man. That just sounds like a skill issue. It is. Yeah, that's how cactuses exist. It has like Soul of the Damned or something in it. Probably. Fuck off. Don't gift it to me on Steam. Alright. I might stream it. We'll see. Gonna finish this run though. Alright. Was not expecting him to pop and call. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Oh! Eldritch Horror, is that you? Oh.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless, an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to come along quiet. I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Okay.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
We can something. Feel your wings, spanning a cosmic sea, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to my life. Feel the glass of your pain pressing in, finding you across the sides and back strain against it. But it does not yield.
I love you.
Bigger. Gregory, she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts. I have absolute reality. Something that simply is.
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Live and she stepped forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, just as you always will. Though conflict is in your nature, two of you will never be alone. The two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. And that that is so good. Your cold good night. Oh yeah. Yeah. This is insane. Thank you to all our Patreon alpha testers. Seriously. Honestly, this game was amazing. I'm going to stream it again. I really enjoyed that. Thank you so much for our play. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order. A special playlist. Just if you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. There we go. Alright. That is the end. It is. Open them doors. You see the eye of the needle? It's the best path. Big booba woman. I mean, you're not wrong. It was an epic romance novel. 100%. I'm definitely gonna stream it again at some point. And I will attempt to do things proper again. I don't even know if the audio is now recording, but hopefully it is. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure you drop a follow. If you want to watch this stream or any of my other streams, do check out my YouTube channel, Drake Null. It's the same deal. I upload all my archived streams there. And yeah, that's all I can really say for now. I've been your voice, your friend, your narrator from nowhere. I've been your Drake Null. Fuck. I've been Drake Null, signing in from the void. Now off to Vibe. Been a pleasure. And next time, we will stream again. Also, if you feel like it, you can join the Discord server. I host Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments occasionally. And that's really all I can say. So until next time, ciao.